My name is Alex. I'm 20 years old and I'm an illustration major here at SCAD. I had a lot of different options, which made the decisions that much more hard to make because I had applied to 8 different schools for my engineering track, and then I got accepted to all 8. And then when I made the decision to switch to art, I also applied to another 8 and then also got accepted to all 8 of them. So senior year was really just a big question mark in terms of where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do, and it made it that much harder. My parents' opinion was very interesting because they didn't really know a lot about what was going on in my life at the time during high school because I was involved in so many things that they were just overwhelmed. But the thing they could connect on was the financial aspect of everything that I was doing. And once I had gotten full rides to multiple colleges and then I informed them that I wasn't going to any of them, they were at first initially very surprised and not exactly happy with my decision. I think the official moment that I decided I was going to do a non-traditional career in art was we had this local contest student, and so this was like one of the big deals from our art community. And I remember after the competition was over, I had won first place and won best of show throughout the whole contest. And afterwards, we came back and my art teacher looked at me and she said, "Alex, I really think you need to pursue this as a career. Like, this is more to you than just a hobby." And I think it was that defining moment that really just kind of sold me on the idea of pursuing my dreams rather than going with the safe traditional route that I knew that I was going to make money in. I attended Ringling College of Art and Design in Sarasota, Florida, and my initial major was animation because that's what I thought I was going to do, because it combined both math and my love of art. So I thought at the time it was going to be awesome, it's going to be amazing. And then eventually I switched to illustration my sophomore year of Ringling. My Ringling experience was a very mixed bag of emotions. I initially went to Ringling because of the environment that it produced, where it was very work orientated. Everybody worked and you were successful, and that was the main draw of the college, was that because they worked you so hard, you were going to become the best that you could be. And for me, that was my goal. Like, I didn't go to college to have a fun time, I went to college to be the most successful person that I could be. It was hard, but it wasn't anything unmanageable. Like, a lot of late nights. But at the same time, I was surrounded by people that I knew and that I became friends with, and everything was great. But after a certain amount of time, it kind of became demoralizing about how much they expected of you and how much they really drove you into the ground. After a certain point, I just couldn't do that anymore. My mental health deteriorated a lot during that time, and I think it was because of that I decided to make the decision to go somewhere else, because I knew if I stayed there, I was going to be destroyed mentally and physically, because a lot of my eating disorders also happened during that time. So it was just a whole bag of everything happening at once, and that's how I made the decision to switch. I left Ringling with the intention to go to Purdue University to pursue visual effects, and then after that fell through, I took an 8-month kind of hiatus. After the Purdue incident happened, I was still kind of in that mindset where I still wasn't really able to draw, and I didn't find drawing enjoyable. And so I started working at a factory nearby my town, and it was awful. Well, there was no air conditioning. I stood for like 9 hours a day packaging and labeling things. And then at the same time, after the factory got shut down due to some incidences, I started working at Subway. I started interacting with more people again, and it helped a little with like kind of my mental state at the time. And after talking with them, I kind of got back into the spirit of drawing and painting again. And that's when I decided to look for online alternatives. So I decided to attend the school while also working at Subway. And then after that, I ended up here at SCAD, and that's where I currently am at. It's definitely been a much more emotional ride choosing art as a career and the path that I've taken. But I think it's made me a much more well-developed person and just kind of more ground to earth about what I want and like what I need from art and just life in general.